Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Master Duel Masochist here on the Punkymon 26 channel. And as you can see, we've got our third and final UR anniversary ticket. The only thing that I was really looking for was to hopefully pull the Harpy's Feather Duster, but as you guys saw in the last episode, we pulled the Harpy's pack. We got Harpy's Feather Storm, which is a pretty good card. I don't have quite the deck to run it right now, but in the future, if I get some more Winged Beast monsters, Wind Winged Beast monsters, I will definitely look into putting it in the deck. Maybe come up with a different deck recipe on the side. If you guys can comment down below some deck ideas that you like, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about putting them in the deck from our collection so far. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the second anniversary pack opening. I'm just going to go for the top left here, and it is a pack I'm not completely certain of off the top of my head. But we did get an SR from it. We got Naturia White Oak, that's pretty cool. Fluffle Cat, that's pretty cool if we had like a Fluffle deck, but you know, none of the stuff we've pulled so far. I mean, this has a pretty good stat line, and it works with the small plant package that we've already got. Carter effect that targets this card. You can send this card from your field to the graveyard. Special summon 2 level 4. Okay, so if we have more Naturia cards, we might look into Naturia White Oak. Then we've got Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword. Oh, this is the hand pack. Okay. If you control a Magic Hand, Fire Hand, or Ice Hand, you can special summon this card from your hand. So if we get one of those hand cards, then we've got Umbral Horror Ghost. During your main phase, you can special summon this card and 1 level 4 or lower Fiend type monster from your hand. You can not normal summon / set. During the turn you activate this effect, you can only use this effect of Umbral Horror Ghost once per turn. Okay. And then Dawn Thousand's Throne, which is a number C Xyz card, and our super rare is going to be number 106 Giant Hand. Okay, so this is a generic rank 4, and when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's field, you can detach 2 materials from this card, then target 1 effect monster your opponent controls. While this monster is face up on the field, that effect monster's effects are negated. Also, it cannot change its battle position. So that's actually pretty good. That'll probably make it into the deck. Now let's see what our guaranteed UR is going to be. And our guaranteed UR is a number C107 Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. So, I mean, the card art is fantastic. It looks beautiful in the royal finish. But other than that, there's really not a lot I can say about the card. I'm not going to be using it. So, yeah. But at least we got the 106 Giant Hand, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the deck, and I will see you guys in the first duel. Alright, here we are, first duel of the day, and we're in Silver 3. We're going to try to grind to Gold today, hopefully. Hopefully we can pick up some wins. Looks like our opponent is playing a 60-card deck with a 5-card extra deck. I'm going to run out Kaiku and put a little more Graveyard Hate down, and a Wall of Revealing Light, and we'll pass. Let's see what our opponent has in store for us. Alright, our opponent runs out a Dark Effigy. It can be tribute summoned for a dark normal monster. You can treat this one monster as 2 tributes. I feel like this card saw a lot more play back in the old days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back when tributing was a kind of a more common occurrence. And special summoning wasn't that big of a deal. Ooh, Swords of Concealing Light, rather. Do I have a level 7? I think I do. I think I put a level 7. Yeah, I got Perialis, and this is a level 6. So, I mean, at least we have a level 6 option. I mean, there's no real reason to play Baruru right now, so we're just going to go ahead and walk in with Kaiku. Destroying his Dark Effigy. Don't know why he put it in attack mode. Oh, looks like maybe he's got something to clap back with. Thunderball. At the end of the damage step, if a monster battled, you can special summon this card. Send one trap card from your hand or that's set on your field to the graveyard. Destroy all monsters in this card's column. If this card is in the monster zone, is okay. So, oh, that's crazy. Main 2. You know what? I'm gonna pass. What? I mean, he could destroy Wall of Revealing Light and Kaiku, which is kind of annoying, but he'll have to get rid of a trap card from his hand to do so. I mean, this guy's. I mean, he's pretty cool. You know, he's a cool card. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed by a battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one card in your graveyard. Roll the 6-sided die. If the result is 6, add that target to your hand. So, I mean, that's not terrible. I'm surprised he didn't go into. I mean, maybe he's gonna link it away. Surprised he didn't activate its effect. Maybe he doesn't have a trap card to use. I don't know. His deck seems different. That's what I can say at the very least. It's definitely different. We got a 1 scale, which is pretty nifty, I guess. No real reason to play Bururu at this point in time, but I'm definitely gonna get rid of that Thunderball before it causes any issue. And honestly, I can clear his field right now if I play Bururu, so I'm gonna go ahead and play Bururu. And I'm actually gonna swing into Thunderball with him. Oh, what does Mad Archfiend do? I definitely. When you control this face-up attack position monster, when an opponent's monster can inflict 5. Okay, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. I don't care. Thunderball, go! I'm gonna proc the Thunderball effect to try and get Dark Effigy back to his hand. He's got a 1 in 6 chance. And he rolled the opposite of 6. We're gonna go ahead and clear the Mad Archfiend. We'll pay the other 500. That is fine. And with Kaiku's effect, we're going to banish both the Dark Effigy and the Thunderball. And the Mad Archfiend goes to the grave. Main phase 2. I could sync or link. Well, no, I can only sync. Yeah, I think the only link 2 I've got needs a water type. Or I have 2 link 2s. One needs hero monsters and one needs water monsters. So currently don't have a real way to summon them. I do have 1 water type in my hand, but that's it at the current time. But right now we're in a good spot. We're rolling right now. Things are looking good for us. And as he summons a Dark Lucius level 4. Negate the effects of your opponent's monsters destroyed by battle with this card once per turn during your standby phase of your next turn. What does this do? Oh, Sparks. Each turn you can level this card up. Yeah, so he's definitely not going to be able to get that off. He can destroy Bururu right here, but I mean, unless it says, yeah, it's the next standby phase of his next turn, so he'll have to keep Dark Lucius around, and that's just not going to happen. So, I mean, cool that you got him out there, and cool that you at least got a monster destroyed with him, which is, something that probably doesn't happen very often with a 1000 attack Dark Lucius. I feel like this guy is either a master packer himself, or he's just running a deck full of cards that he thinks look cool. And that's fine too. Good for you, my man. I'm fine with that. It makes the duel a lot more fun when it's a deck that's similar in power and structure to the deck that I'm currently running myself. Of course, I do have a few cards in here that, like Kaiku here, that are really great for making sure that your opponent can't recycle resources by removing cards from the graveyard. So I'm thankful that Kaiku's here putting in the work. Let's hope that he can continue to do so. Got a nice little back and forth game here. We're about even on life points. He summons out Steel Swarm Sentinel. When this card in face attack position is special summon, level 5 or higher monsters on the field cannot activate their effects. That's actually pretty cool. You know, obviously it wouldn't stick around for long, but it could be something that's good for, you know, stopping your opponent from proccing effects while you're making your turn. Again, it only works on level monsters, so Xyz and Link monsters don't count towards that. I'm drawing a lot of nothing as far as, like, offense goes. I'm drawing a lot of defense. I need to definitely, hopefully, pick up some more offensive cards. But until that time, we're going to go ahead and continue the Kaiku loop of destruction here, where we're just taking out monsters and then removing them from the graveyard on the next turn when we deal the battle damage. I wonder if he realizes that he would get to keep his monsters if he just set the cards. Like, if he would just set his monsters instead of summoning them in attack position so I'm not doing battle damage to him, he'd be in a lot better shape right now. But maybe he doesn't need the monsters in his graveyard. I mean, who knows? His deck is very different, and he's running Red Medicine and Sparks. It seems like it's like a Fiend deck that makes... that does, you know, burn damage, but... I mean, like, why summon out Damage Eater by himself in attack mode? It only works against cards that deal, burn damage, and right now I don't have any on the field. I do run some in the deck, but currently that is not an issue. And again, you know, I'm just gonna run in with Kaiku. I don't have to play anything in my hand. 1700 points of damage, and I get to, again, remove a card from our opponent's graveyard here. I mean, he hasn't played a single card that could take Kaiku out yet, which is kind of crazy. I know there are fiends that can get over Kaiku for, like, with 1900, 2000 attack that don't require tributes. So I'm just wondering if he's just bricking, and if so, why does he keep summoning these monsters out to just get destroyed? It's a really weird tactic. Maybe he's new to the game. And I guess at least in this sense, if he is new to the game, oh, he's gonna put it in defense mode, and oh, okay. I am going to Ice Barrier. I get to keep my Kaiku around. And Kaiku's effect gets to proc early because he's still technically dealt battle damage. And there goes the opponent. Alrighty. Gonna go open a master pack. I'll see you guys there. Alright, one master pack for our most recent victory. It was a pretty fun little back and forth. I mean, Kaiku pretty much held it down for us there. First and foremost, we've got Gear Breed. During your draw phase, instead of conducting your normal draw, you can add one equip spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If you control an equip spell, you can place one warrior monster or one Gemini monster from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck. Draw one card. You can only use each effective Gear Breed once per turn. That's actually pretty cool. It goes really well with... I'm guessing it goes really well with the Infernoble Knight fire deck that is kind of running rampant right now. And then we've got Mecha Phantom Beast, Aerosquin. Either way, this is another Mecha Phantom Beast. Once per turn, you can banish one Mecha Phantom Beast monster from your graveyard. Special summon one Mecha Phantom Beast token. This card's level is increased by the total levels of all Mecha Phantom Beast tokens you control. While you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, so it does have the same effect as our other one. Then we've got Metaphys Tyrant Dragon. If this card was special summoned by the effect of a Metaphys monster, it is unaffected by trap cards. Also, if it attacks a monster, it can make a second attack in a row. This card is banished during the standby phase of your next turn. You can shuffle this banished card into the deck. Special summon one Metaphys monster from your hand, but banish it during the end phase of the next turn. Infinitrack Harvester. I love, love, love Earth Machines. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add one Infinitrack monster from your deck to your hand, except Infinitrack Harvester. It's a level 2 with 2100 defense. I don't have any. I don't think I have any Infinitracker cards other than this one, but just the 2100 defense stat line might be enough to put it in the deck. Then up next we've got this card is hilarious. I've already pulled one, as you guys can see. It doesn't have the new moniker, but this card, for some reason, over the last week, kind of like just skyrocketed in price out of nowhere. I guess it was short printed or something like that. It's still hilarious, but we've got two of them now. Then we've got Steel Swarm Sting, an 1850 point attack stat, which is pretty good. When this card you control is sent to your graveyard, target one face-up Ritual Fusion or Synchro monster in the field and destroy that target. Okay, so that might go in the deck just for that effect alone. Then we've got Morphtronic Telephon. Morphtronics have different effects depending on what position they're in on the field. This is a level 1 tuner. Once per turn during your main phase, you can roll a 6-sided die and gain life points equal to the result times 100. Then you can special summon one Morphtronic monster from your graveyard with a level equal to or lower than the result. And then in defense mode, once per turn during your main phase, you can roll a 6-sided die, excavate that many cards from the top of your deck, or as many as you can, and if you do, you can send one excavated Morphtronic card to the graveyard. Also place the rest on either the top or bottom of your deck in any order. And finally, we've got Perform Pal Hand Samuraiger. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you could add one level 5 or higher Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. So that is actually fantastic because a few of our Pendulum monsters are higher than level 5. Especially some of our lower, actually both one of our low scales and one of our high scales are both above level 5. So this card, as well as Steel Swarm Sting, are going to find a spot in our deck for sure. I will be right back with another duel and with the updated deck. Alright, here we are, game number 2. I took out Bururu and Cactus Bouncer because they just hadn't really been doing a whole lot for us at this point. Alright, let's go ahead and run out Gemini Elf in attack mode just to set up a defensive wall, and then we're going to play Fuma Wave as well. Fuma Wave being on the field allows us to destroy a monster if they start going off, and Snowplow Rustler, actually, if they attack us, we can send Fuma Wave from the spell and trap card zone and special summon it after activation. We can activate Fuma Wave during the attack phase if they have, an Earth monster with Gemini Elf out on the field, or if they have two monsters with the same attribute on the field. And then we can also, in response, activate Snowplow Hustle Rustle, get rid of the Fuma Wave, special summon Snowplow Hustle Rustle. There's potential here, is what I'm saying, as the opponent now is special summoning a Galaxy Soldier. It could be going for the Galaxy OTK. I believe there's a Galaxy OTK going around, which is cool. I love when decks have like certain things that they are really good at, but I do feel like this could easily be stopped with Fuma Wave. As our opponent gets Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon, let's see what they've got in store for us. They're going to activate Galaxy 100. This card is activated. You can summon one Photon or Galaxy card from your deck to the graveyard. If Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is special summoned to your field, you can look at your opponent's extra deck, then one of these, banish one monster from it, special summon one number monster from it to your field. Photon Emperor. This card is sent from the field, blah, 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 blah. Wait, actually. Special summon this card in defense position. You can only use the effect of Photon Emperor once per turn. After your normal special summon, this card can be normal summon one white monster. Blah. Okay. So he gets extra normal summons, is what that says pretty much. Galaxy Wizard is on the field. I believe that was his normal summon. I'm imagining he's going to Xyz summon here. I don't think he expects Fumo Wave to be on the field, so if he Xyz summons here, as it appears he is going to do, that was his normal summon for the turn, we are going to go ahead and activate Fumo Wave. Now with Fumo Wave, we select one monster. I'm going to select Galaxy Soldier. And then we destroy a monster with the exact same attribute on the field, but with a different name. He's already used his normal summon, and Chaos Soldier is still on the field in defense mode. If you control level 5 or higher, special summon level 5 or higher from your deck in defense position. So, Galaxy S Photon Dragon has hit the field. It is in defense mode. I believe this has an effect that procs. Yeah, he's going to either get to banish one, or he can summon number 106, I believe, is the only number. No, I got number 88 and number 62. Ugh. I got a lot of number monsters because I'm just filling up the deck. But unfortunately for him, I don't think he's got any ability to like use any of its effects. This one, on the other hand, definitely does get its effects. Yugioh Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Alright, well, I think this will pretty well wrap it up. I don't have a lot I can do against this, as he's going to destroy Gemini Elf, and he has enough damage on board to take me out, so we're just going to go ahead and scoop. On to the next one. Alright, game 3 for the day. It looks like we're going to be taking on a Silver Classic here in Dark Magician, it seems anyways. My opponent's got the field and the PAL and the sleeves, so it's gonna be, in my opinion, this looks like a Dark Magician deck for sure. That's probably Eternal Soul right there. It's probably 2 Eternal Souls, if we're being honest. And there's the Dark Magician circle. He's going to add Soul Servant from his deck to his hand. Alright. Let us see what we can do. Just gonna run out Gemini Elf again. You know, classic start. I think he's gonna Eternal Soul here just to get a Speller Trap to his hand. Maybe not. And we are going to go in for 1900. Main phase 2. I'm going to set a card face down and pass. Set that face down just in case we need to use Snowplow Hustle Rustle instead of that card, as Dark Magician does have the ability to pop off, but it does also have the ability to brick. I'm hoping, amongst hope, that the opponent has bricked, and that is where we are, but I could use the face down card in coinciding with Perform a Pal, Hand Samuraiger, and use that to get some scales to play some of these stronger cards that we are drawing, like Cosmo, Dark Lady. Snowplow we don't have a high enough scale for, but it is here. If this was an Infinitrack card, we'd use Infinitrack Harvester, and we could actually just pull this to our hand. Actually, I think you have to have a certain, like, I think it has to have a certain, he gets the special summon Palladium. That's cool. Always nice to just rip Palladium off the top, right? One thing I do love about the Dark Magician decks is that each of them are different in their own ways. Like, yeah, they have the same basic few cards like Soul Servant, Dark Magician Circle, Eternal Soul, and Dark Magician, and most of the time Dark Magician Girl, Magician Souls, Magician's Robe, Magician's Rod sometimes. But then there's like room for differences. Like here we've got Palladium. We haven't seen Palladium ripped at all in this series, at least to my knowledge, and we've played plenty of Dark Magician decks. Then they have Timaeus as a potential card to use. They have what's that other Invasion of Chaos, I believe is the name of it, the ritual monster. Ooh, Ominous Fortune Telling is big, because it'll also give us insight into his hand, which I believe at this point in time is mostly monsters. We're going to go ahead and run out Performapal, Human, Hand Samuraiger. We're going to activate, and then we will equip to Performapal, Hand Samuraiger, and activate the effect, which will drop that by 900. And allow us to swing in. Now, I'm okay with this being right here because I don't believe Hand Samuraiger is going to be around long enough for this to matter. Like I said, but it will give us at least a bit of a, I guess, cushion. We can at least get one of our scales to our hand here. So we're going to add... I'll add the big scale. We don't draw this one nearly as much as we do the little scale. And we will pass turn. I wonder if because they did just get to summon Dark Magician, maybe it was because it was during the damage step that this didn't work, but yeah, okay, so special summon to your field except during the damage step. So, because this card, when a Dark Magician is summoned, it normal or special summoned, it gets to banish a card for free. And this, I believe, is going to special summon Dark Magician Girl here. Or it'll get one of these, but oh, I guess he's just going straight for the Dark Magician Girl there. Big plays, big plays. Maybe he doesn't have Eternal Soul face down, because usually by now they would have activated that, but they haven't yet. Drew 3 cards off of the Soul Servant. Wild. Activate, or plays Magician's Rod, rather. And there is the card that'll allow him to set an Eternal Soul from his deck to the grave, or from his deck to the field, rather. So there is an Eternal Soul for sure. I don't think he gets to activate this turn. There's the Timaeus. What's funny about all of this is none of these guys can get over 3,000 defense, so once they clear Performapal here, I can just easily play Snowplow Hustle Rustle. When they go for the direct attack. Then they can't get over it. And then I can recur this to my hand by paying 1,000 life points. And put it on Snowplow Hustle Rustle and just start deleting their attacks while they can't get over it. At least until they special summon another Dark Magician, and that allows them to activate Dark Magic Circle. Which I believe might be what they're doing right here. And if he's smart, because I believe this activates Dark Magic Circle, it does. If he's smart, he'll banish the Archfiend's staff. He banishes the other face down. Well, I mean, that works too. That gets past Snowplow. Because this will have to be off the field to allow for a direct attack, unless he destroys it now. But either way, we could possibly... Okay, there's... there's that. When Dark Magician pops off, it pops off. That is for sure. Where was this on turn 1? It's the only downside to Chain Energy is like you need it on turn 1, but you don't get it. I think I will go ahead and surrender there and go on to the next game. Alright, and we are back. Duel number 4. Kind of wish I would have got to go first here, but... I mean, this hand is a first turn hand, but who knows? I might be playing Chain Burn, it looks like it. Or not Chain Burn, but Self Burn, Self Decay. Oh, that's funny. Opponent plays Chain Energy, we've got one as well. Okay, what the... So it is Self Decay, for sure. I kind of just want to play Chain Energy and Torrential and just go from there. Dark Contract. Alright. Closed Forest, that's... I mean, it would be great if we weren't playing Self Decay, but like... set Torrential. Activate Chain Energy. And pass. I wonder if how the Self Decay players deal with, like, I think this is a bot. I wonder how they deal with double Chain Energy. And I've got Swift Scarecrow to activate in the hand if they try to attack directly, but my thoughts are they'll do whatever they can here to probably lose this turn. If they summon a monster, I'll activate Torrential, take out their whole field. We'll see how it goes. But now to play a card, it's 1,000 points per card to play. He plays another Dark Contract. All he's got to do is attack with Dark Elf and he loses, which is what he wants. And we get to open another Master Pack. Let's Swift Scarecrow this. He doesn't attack with the Dark Elf. All I've got to do is end my turn, let it go to his standby phase, and then he loses. So all I'm going to do is draw my card and pass my turn. Once it moves into standby phase, we win. And that's another victory. Another Master Pack here. Let's see what we get. Triple Lightning Bolt Utopia. Maybe we can get something good. The pack is upgrading, it looks like. Let's see what we get. Cypher Soldier. That's actually pretty funny. I actually really love this card. I think it came out in a video game originally. And I used to really love this card. It used to be called, what did it used to be called? It had a different name. I think it was, I can't remember off the top of my head, but Cypher Soldier is its new name. Gains 2,000 attack and defense when battling a warrior type. Which actually might come up now that there's a lot of fire warrior types running around. So we'll see if this comes up later on in the deck. Pendulum Scale. If you have 2 cards in your pendulum zones, apply the following effects based on the difference in the pendulum scale. 0 to 2, or 0, destroy 2 spell trap cards on the field. 1, 2, or 3, add a level 2, 3, or 4 pendulum monster. Same for 4, 5, and 6, but 5, 6, and 7. 7+ difference, return up to 2 cards from the pendulum zones to the hand, then you can special summon 1 pendulum monster from your hand. It's pretty cool. We got Steel Swarm Genome. It's not a new card, so that means we've got another oh, it is a new card, okay. This card can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a Steel Swarm monster. Shark Stickers. This is actually really decent in the fish deck on Duel Links that was running around a few years ago. I played that as well. Ooh, we do have a Fury. Oh, shoot! We got a freaking Royal Rare Fury of Kiryushin. And that's funny because we also have a Torrential Tribute, which is what this searches out. So we can add this to the deck and search out our Torrential Tribute. And then if we have a water monster on the field, this can be banished to save it from destruction, so we'll take that. And then we've also got Recurring Nightmare. Target 2 dark monsters with 0 defense in your graveyard. Add those targets to the hand. I feel like that is a lot of Steel Swarm monsters. But yeah, Recurring Nightmare. Then we've got Donpa Marksman for Hire. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 monster for hire from your hand except Donpa. If a monster for hire is special summoned to your field while you control this monster, you can target 1 face-up card on the field, destroy it. So if we get more for hire cards, that could be useful. And Raging Mad Plant. All plant monsters you currently control gain 300 attack for each plant-type monster currently in your graveyard. So this works to help out our plant strategy. We do have a few plant cards that we can rock with. Again, we might look into that, but the Fury of Kiryushin is definitely going in the deck. And we do have 1 legacy pack here, so let's get this opened up really quick. First and foremost, we've got Kawakimiro Beetle. During your end phase, destroy this card unless you send 1 Iron Core of Kawakimiro from your hand to the graveyard, or reveal 1 insect type in your hand. The light or dark monster is special summoned in attack position, change that monster to defense position. And Kawaki Miro War Arms. We got 2 Kawaki Miro cards. During your end phase, destroy this card unless you send 1 Iron Core of Kawaki Miro from your hand to the graveyard, or reveal 1 Warrior type monster in your hand. Once per turn, you can target 1 level 3 or lower Warrior type monster in your graveyard. Equip that target to this card. This card gains attack equal to half the combined attack of the monsters equipped to it by this effect. This card would be destroyed by battle. Destroy all monsters equipped to it by this effect instead. Alright, I will be right back with another duel. Alright, back again. Duel number 5. Here we go. Excuse me. I think we're playing another self-TK deck. We'll find out, but that's how it seems. So, we've got a pretty good opening hand here. Already drew the Torrential. Alright, set 1 pass. Quite the turn there. Quite the turn. I'm gonna run out Guardian Yatos because I don't have any monsters in the graveyard yet. Nice free special summon here, and he's going to activate Skull Invitation. I'm going to run out Yugioh Attacker and proceed to battle. See what we got here. No responses other than the Skull Invitation that he flipped, so we're going to go to main phase 2, and we are going to set some cards. You know what? I won't set Curse of Anubis because honestly, I don't think he's going to play anything that's worth Curse of Anubising. So we'll see. Malevolent Mech Goku. Okay, so it's at least not self-TK, it seems. It might be. Actually, yep, there we go. There it is. There's the self-TK. And that's going to go to the graveyard, which will trigger Skull Invitation for another 300 points. He is going to take out my Yugioh Attacker here, which is fine. Oh, he's going to swing into Guardian Yatos. Okay. Just to take another 300 points, or 400 points of damage, rather. I will flip Ominous Fortune Telling in the end phase. I imagine his 2 cards in hand are monsters because if they were, I feel like if they were spell traps, he would have played them, being that it's probably a bot playing self-TK. Destruction Draw. And he loses. Alright. That is another Master Pack, and we are going to be in Silver Rank 1 now. So our rank up to Gold is pending. Alright, 1 Master Pack. Let's see what we can pull here. Doesn't seem like it's going to be anything for... Oh! As I was saying, Ancient Warrior Saga East by South Winds. And we've got Snapdragon. It's a plant. When this card is sent to the graveyard, banish 1 random card from your opponent's hand until the end phase. You can only activate the effect of Snapdragon once per turn. Excellite. If you control no monsters, special summon 1 level 4 or lower Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck. That's pretty cool. Dirac Protops gains 100 attack for each monster your opponent controls. Then we've got Sulfachord Musica. I feel like we've got a couple of Sulfachord cards. Springen's Branga. If this card is in your hand, field, or graveyard, you can target 1 Springen's Xyz monster you control, attach this card to it as material. And then Agent 07, if this card is tribute summoned, it gains this effect. Neither player can activate monster effects. And finally, our Ultra is number 34, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Lots of Galaxy throughout this episode, and now we've got Hope Harbinger. We also have a Legacy pack, so let's go ahead and open that up. I'll see you guys in that opening. Alright, Legacy pack here. Let's see what we get. We've got Sylphide, 1700 attack stat. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned by removing from play one wind monster in your graveyard. When this card is destroyed as a result of battle and sent to the graveyard, your opponent discards one random card from their hand. And then we've got Earth Effigy, which we came up against the Dark Effigy earlier. This card can be treated as 2 tribute summons for the tribute summon of an Earth normal monster. 2000 defense stat, so it does have some sticking power, but we're gonna go ahead and jump back into the duels. Alright, here we are. Game 6. I did elect to go second, and we do have 2 of our newer cards here today. If we can pick up the... I mean, all we have to do with Performapal Hand Samurai is pick up the 8 scale, and we have next turn a pretty decent looking turn ahead of us. Going to summon out the Performapal, and let's go ahead and get in for some destruction here, hopefully. Oh, shnikes. Homie has the samurai. The super heavy samurai, rather. That is not ideal, but that is okay. For now. If he decides to go crazy with the super heavy samurai deck, we'll see what happens. I do have a few things that I can do to stave it off, but we'll see. As he does bring out super heavy samurai fist. Shooting Doji coming out next. And there goes my back row. Going to sync up to super heavy samurai ninja Sarutobi. Another great thing about these guys is that they can attack while in defense position. And this one gives it 1200 defense. This one gives it the ability to inflict piercing damage, and this one gives it another 400 defense, so it is at 4400 defense. Going to attack for a hefty 2600 points of damage. I don't know of a way that I can get over this currently. Definitely not with Skilled Dark Magician. Actually, I'll go ahead and run out Steel Swarm Sting. I'm not going to put it in defense mode because it does give piercing damage. I'm trying to see if any of these allow him to get around destruction, being destroyed. So, your move, my man. Do you attack into the Steel Swarm Sting? Because it will cost you your Synchro. Obviously, whatever he draws here could have an impact on his turn. We will see. Steel Swarm Sting already putting in work, though. As he goes to normal summon his Super Heavy Samurai Magnet. Huh. Okay, so he destroyed the card that allows him to do piercing battle damage, and he can add one Super Heavy Samurai monster from his hand or from his deck to the hand. And then this guy equips and lets him do a second attack per turn, but that's not going to matter because Sting will allow us to stop him from being able to attack. Or, well, being able to make a second attack, rather. He's going to make another Shootin' Doji, which would destroy my back row. If I had any. Well, he'd have to have these guys gone as well. You messed up, my friend. You did not read Steel Swarm Sting. Goodbye. He thought he had it there. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he thought he had it there. Unfortunately, he did not. Oh, this is weird. Actually, this is kind of funny because I don't have to. Well, I mean, I'd still have to probably pay about 3,000, but it would stop them from being able to attack even in defense position. Then I'm going to. I'll summon out Gemini Elf, and I'll pass turn. I don't feel like any of them naturally have more than 2,500 attack. It's their defenses that they're mostly buffing, so I feel like 3k would be plenty to pay for them not to be able to swing at me. And this guy is a tuner, so he's going to probably sink off for another another one of these guys. Where is he at? This one. Oh! Going for the Scarecrow. Okay. So he's gonna special summon out the level 8 once more. Here again. He's going to destroy the Wall of Revealing Light. So he did have a way around it. That's not a big deal. He's going to pick up the victory. Well, almost pick up the victory here. He's going to be off by 150 points. It was fun though. We got to mix it up with Super Heavy Samurais for a bit, and we actually held our own there for a little bit, getting rid of a lot of his cards. That doesn't matter. Alright, we will surrender there. On to the next one. Alright, here we are. Back again, ready to take on our opponent who appears to be playing a 60-card deck. An 11-card extra deck. It could be Blue Eyes. We do have a nice little setup here with these two. We can summon this out, get its token, and then this can be special summoned because of those two being on the field. Looks like he's got a Magician Girls deck. This deck is notorious for being a bit tough to maneuver around. Oh, okay. Well, that just got even more fun. Special summon Guardian Yatos off rip. Then we will normal summon Mecha Phantom Beast Tetherwolf, allowing us to special summon the Mecha Phantom Beast token. And then that will allow us to special summon Cyberse White Hat. And we can actually, if we wanted to, make triple Burst Dragon here, but I think we're going to instead go in for the attack with Mecha Phantom Beast Tetherwolf here. Obviously, it's going to proc its effect to switch itself to defense mode and special summon out another Berry Magician Girl. Or, well, not Berry, but another Magician Girl aside from Berry. Could be Dark Magician Girl, could be any of the Magician Girls. There's a bunch of them. There's the Dark Magician Girl. We are going to attack over a Dark Magician Girl with Guardian Yatos, and Cyberse White Hat will take care of the Berry. Don't think he can proc its effect twice, right? Oh, he's got Magic Karibo. So he does get to special summon a Dark Magician. Yes, I'm still going to attack the Berry Magician Girl here. And I mean, even with Dark Magician out on the field, you don't have a lot you can do here, bud. And next turn I can run out Kaiku, and as long as I can get some battle damage in, I'm going to start taking care of your graveyard as well. Actually, this right here also helps me take care of your graveyard. Transmigration Prophecy. And I've got Wall of Disruption ready to go, just in case. I've got good odds that he also doesn't know that he has to destroy this before he can destroy a Mecha Phantom Beast over here. And then he plays Strength and Unity. And he's got Secrets of Dark Magic. That is fine. But he's ritual. He should have played this the other way around. Or he shouldn't have chained this, rather. He should have let this finish, then played this, because now this isn't going to get to proc its effect, because its effect won't take place until after this is completed. See what I mean? Send it back to the graveyard. I'm going to activate the Transmigration Prophecy here. I'm going to send back these two cards to the deck. Transmigration Prophecy coming in clutch. He gets to draw a card off of that. Doesn't look like it was a spell or trap because he didn't set it immediately. Chocolate Magician Girl making her way onto the field here, which is going to be funny because that will allow us to proc Wall of Disruption for even more off the top when they go for an attack. Sending Endymion to the grave. Dark Magic Twin Burst. Summoning Apprentice Illusion Magician. Alright, go in for your attack, my friend. Because I am going to make you lose 2,400 attack points. Even with the 2,000 additional points that you can get from Apprentice Magician there, you're not getting over Guardian Yatos. But hey, you get to proc your Dark Magician's effect. Special summon out your Dark Magician and your Dark Magician Girl. I believe that's how that works. And it's from his deck, hand, or graveyard. So it's, I mean, that's still a pretty crazy thing there, but at least I set him back a little bit with Transmigration Prophecy. And there is the Dark Magician and the Dark Magician Girl. Heart Magician still can't get over Guardianiatos. And the Chocolate Magician Girl and Apprentice. Well, I mean, I guess he could sack off Apprentice Magician to... I mean, you're flooding the field with Magicians, my man, which is great. But, like, then what? You can take out my Cyberse White Hat, for sure. If you... he's gonna activate Apprentice Illusion Magician here to take out Guardianiatos. That's fine. Better kill the token first. I will proc his effect to make that a tie. And you know what? That's fine with me as well. Well, I don't think I can really get around this now. I'm going to go ahead and surrender. I did have a great first turn there, though. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here so I can go ahead and get to editing. But if you guys did enjoy, please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.